from side to side, keeping a steady pace against the wall. I watch the dust dancing in the air, falling softly onto the wooden floor. Everything is exactly where it should be, in this little space I call my own. Everything I need is in this breath, in the feel of staying perfectly still. The world can wait for its turn, but for now I am on sanctuary. I am on sanctuary, wrapped in a peace that feels like home. A heavy mug warms up my palms, rising steam clouds up the window glass. The pages of a book turn slowly, marking time by the fading afternoon. I do not need a reason to stay, I only need the grace of this art. Everything I need is in this breath, in the feel of staying perfectly still. The world can wait for its turn, but for now I am on sanctuary. I am on sanctuary, wrapped in a peace that feels like home. No one is asking for my attention, no one is pulling at my sleeve. I find my power in the still, building a world where I can breathe. The future is a mountain I won't climb today. Everything I need is in this breath, in the feel of staying perfectly still. The world can for its turn, but for now I am on sanctuary. I am on sanctuary, wrapped in a peace that feels like home. Ticking away in the corners side to side, just me and the rhythm, staying still, perfectly still. Sun cuts a sharp path through the glass, hitting the floor like a heavy brass note. Dust kicks up from the old rug, little specks dancing in the heat. They move without a plan or worry, just tiny acrobats being bright. My skin takes my shoulder and I stay, like a horn player waiting for a cue. The air feels thick and sweet and real, I could bite it, salt and cedar and a bit of luck. They zigzag and zip in a frantic chase, small white dots colliding in the beam. Up and down The sun finds the edge of the bed, tracing the lace on the wall. You are still lost in the heavy quilt, your palm turned toward the ceiling. I am counting the dust in the air, dancing in a pale line. Everything is slow and warm and warm, slow and warm, slow and warm. I sit on the edge of the wood. The floor is cold under my feet. The steam from the ceramic is enough. I watch your chest rise and fall, a soft rhythm against the mattress. The day has not started yet. Everything is slow and warm and warm, slow and warm and warm. The light moves across your skin until the room is full of light. Rain clings to the glass in long lines. Your hand stays heavy on the table. The guitar pulls at the silence. Everything is slowing down right now. The clock on the wall is a liar. It says we've been here for years. The air in this corner is thick. Weightless, kind. Don't move an inch. Don't move. The world is a clumsy thing outside, but here we have this. We have this. The music is a way of staying still. The melody covers the room. Let the afternoon stay parked at the curb. Just a little longer. Just a little longer. Stay still right here. Just a Do-ba-do. Heel hits the red dirt path, toe pushes off the stone. One breath in, one breath out. The trees don't ask for much, they just stand there tall, watching me swing by, swing by. Green leaves break the sun, sharp patterns on my skin. No clock to keep, no race to win. Blue jay shouts from the oak, I shout back a hello, hello. Just the rhythm of the road. The wind is a cool hand, smoothing out the rough spots. I don't need a map, I don't need a plan, just this steady beat, moving through the tall grass, feeling right and tight. Dirt path, everything is in its place. Soul is quiet, step is light. The sun is leaning low, walking back to the start, with a song in my shoe. So light. I'm watching a beetle die on the flagstone. It's twitching in the way I do when I'm nervous. You're pointing out the hydrangea bushes, saying they need more iron in the soil. But the sun is hitting your neck in a way that makes me think about hospital waiting rooms, and the way the linoleum reflects the ceiling. I'm trying to be present for the walk, but I'm counting the steps until I can lay back down. Stay here in the weeds with me, stay here. Don't ask me to be anything else, lost for anything else. Not today. Just watch the dirt get under my nails, under my nails. You have a bruise on your shin from the bed frame, a purple map of where we've been sleeping. We passed the neighbor's fence, where the paint is peeling like sunburned skin after a long July. I wanna tell you I'm failing at being a person, but you're busy smelling the lavender. You say it reminds you of soap in a bathroom, and I just nod because I can't remember my own. The silence feels like a Sunday morning when nobody showed up for the sermon. Stay here in the weeds with me, stay here. Don't ask me to be anything else, lost for anything else. Not today. just watch the dirt get under my nails, under my nails. The light is too bright for my eyes, too bright. We're just walking in circles. I'm still waiting for the floor to give way, but the grass is holding us up. Maybe the apocalypse is just a slow Tuesday, and we're just picking at scabs in the garden, for now, for now. Porcelain rests upon the scarred oak. Steam rises from fusion of chicory root. Your diaphragm pulses with a sudden frantic rhythm. The punchline lingers in the oxygen between us. A tectonic shift within this narrow scullery. You are a monument of sudden bright sound. I watch the way your shoulders heave, tracing the lineage of your genuine mirth. Beyond the window a cedar waxwing hovers, navigating the branches of the silver birch. The world is violent and vastly indifferent, but here the gravity feels centered and kind. This silence is a heavy velvet tapestry, woven from the threads of our shared history. We do not need the clutter of syntax or the clumsy architecture of spoken explanation. Only the stillness. We are two celestial bodies and fixed orbit, no longer seeking by the weight of this small joy, no longer seeking in a reason for existing, simply braiding in the frequency of afterglow, simply vibrating in the frequency of afterglow. The resonance remains. You peel a clementine with methodical grace. The citrus oils atomize in the cool air. A fragrance of ponderosa pine in winter stains the linen towel draped over your arm. I am documenting the tetragrammaticity of your knuckles, each ridge a mountain range I have climbed. A liturgy performed without a single prayer. The castery performed without a single prayer. The cast iron skillet remains cold on the stove while the sun calculates its slow descent. We are protagonists in a fable of peace, untouched, butched by the machinery of the exterior world. Our knees brush beneath the table edge, a tectonic plate, movement of sheer devotion. Your eyes reflect the grain of the wood, a mirror of the forest we planted together. Everything is ending somewhere in the distance, but here the clock has forgotten to strike. This silence is a heavy velvet tapestry, woven from the threads of a shared history. We do not need the clutter of sensory, no longer seeking by the weight of this small joy, no longer seeking in a reason for existing, simply extending through the floorboard, simply vibrating in the frequency of afterglow. Stay the resonance The light hits the wood floor. I watch it's the dust move. It moves in small circles in the air. The window is open a crack. The air is cold, but the sun is not. Stay right there. Don't move your hand. The way the light hits you, it is enough, it's enough. It is more than enough. It is more than enough. Your eyes are still closed. I can hear you breathe in and out like the tide against the stone. The sheets are tangled, but I don't want to fix them. I just want to look at you. Stay right there. Don't move your hand the way the light hits you. It is enough, it's enough. It is more than enough. The world can wait outside. It can wait by the gate. It can wait in the grass. We are here. We are just here. Just stay. Stay. Knuckle resting on the jawline, rough wool of the sleeve. Light is lancing through the glass. Dust is heavy in the air. Stay in the palm, hold the pulse of it. Stay in the palm. Tracing the blue under skin. Clock is counting down the steam. Your breath is slow and even. Anchor in an end. Anchor in the linen. Stay in the palm. Hold the pulse of it. Stay in the palm. Vessels and the ink running through the wrist. The timber of the house shifting in the heat. Rest the weight, rest the weight of the hand, rest the weight. Stay here, rest the weight. The sun tracks across the old wood, leaving a path for the dust to dance. Ice on the glass is losing its grip, turning to rain in the middle of the day. ceramic cup warms my palms. Steam rises like a silent ghost. I watch the way you breathe in sleep, a rhythm older than the house itself. Stay here while the house is still. Let the heat find the marrow of your bones. Go slow and steady. We have nowhere we need to go. There is a weight to the early hour, a blanket made of wool and salt. Wool and salt, wool and salt. Everything we need is within reach. The light moves on, but the warmth remains. Rest your head. Wait for the turn of the tide. Wait for the turn. The sun hits the wood grain. You are turning a thin page. The steam rises from the cup. I see the ink on your thumb. You have not moved for some time. The room is becoming bright. Across the table, your hand finds mine. It is warm and steady. It is warm and steady. The morning moves slow. I have my own stack of books, but I watch the dust move in the light from the high window. The radiator makes a metallic click. You are underlining a long sentence. The pen is blue and cheap plastic. Your glasses sit on the bridge of your nose. Across the table, your hand finds mine. It is warm and mine. It is warm and steady. The morning moves slow. The traffic is a distant sound. The kettle is cooling on the stove. We do not need to speak at all. This is how the day begins, a quiet sort of weightless support. Weightless support. Across the table, your hand finds mine. It is warm and steady. It is warm and steady. The morning moves slow. Another hour. wide plank floorboards at 45 degrees. The waffle knit throw is a taffeta map, draped across your knees and the sleeping cat. Draped across your knees and the sleeping cat. We are achieving up domestic equilibrium without any external validation required this morning. Your breathing is a rhythmic study in stability, completely unbothered by the heavy wool blankets. The radiator clicks like a slow ticking clock, marking the time we are choosing to ignore. This is the architecture of our quietest hours, built from heavy porcelain and hurried oxygen. Unhurried oxygen. No need for a schedule or a frantic pace, just the logistic of exactly here in this small republic of two. You have a specific way of reclaiming the duvet, a subconscious negotiation for warmth while you sleep. I watch the steady movement of your collarbone. It is the only metronome I currently recognize. Yesterday was all errands and high-stakes meetings, but today the only mandate is being horizontal. The tea is steeping in the blue ceramic pot, releasing bergamot into the humid morning air. I like the specific weight of this silence. It feels structural and incredibly sound. The world outside is a series of loud intersections and professional performance reviews I do not want. But in this square footage, we are the board members voting unanimously for one more hour of stillness. There is no urgency in our shared vocabulary, just a deep appreciation for the linen textures. This is the architecture of our quietest hours, built from heavy porcelain and hurried oxygen. Unhurried oxygen. No need for a schedule or a frantic pace, just the logistic of exactly here in this small republic of two. Just the logistics of staying unhurried in this saturated morning light. Exactly here, quiet and heavy, quiet and heavy. In this republic of two. The morning sits heavy on the windowsill, where the white paint is starting to flake, just enough to show the wood underneath. It is a quiet sort of miracle how the floorboards hold up the weight of our shared history without making a single sound today. I watch the steam rise from the ceramic rim. It moves in patterns I can't quite name, but I appreciate the heat against my palms. The way your sweater is draped over the chair reminds me that the air and we are still here to notice the change. Look for lightning in the clouds, or wait for the world to break wide open, but I find the logic in a well-placed spoon, or the rhythm of the clock ticking in the hall. It is the small geometry of being known that keeps the pulse steady and the mind clear. Maybe it is enough to simply be articulate about the way the light hits the blue bowl, settle at the bottom. I don't need a reason to be thankful for the silence that sits between us now, like a book we have both already read. stays open. The season turns slow. It is enough. It is enough. The sky is wide and open tonight. We have the best seats in the house, right here on these wooden steps, with the cool air moving through the trees. Just lean your head back, watching the Big Dipper hang there, like it has nowhere else to be. The world is usually so to get somewhere, but we found a way to stop the clock without even trying. Let's stay out here a little longer. The grass is damp with the evening. I am perfectly fine where I am, just me and you and the stars. Right here with you, just the stars. The sun hits the floorboards in those long yellow strips. You are moving through the kitchen without making a sound. I like the way the ceramic feels against my palms. It is a heavy heat that does not go away too fast. I watch the steam curl up towards the ceiling while you lean against the counter, just looking at me, just looking at me. It is a steady kind of holding on, like the heat that stays inside the clay. I do not need much else besides this, just the way you look in the morning light. Soft and easy, so soft, so soft and easy. I have these papers spread out across the oak table, trying to make sense of all these printed lines, but I keep catching the rhythm of your breathing. It is more important than anything I am reading now. The ink stays dry while the morning disappears, and I am perfectly fine with falling behind. It is a steady kind of holding on, like the heat that stays inside the clay. I do not need much else besides this, just the way you look in the morning light. Soft and easy, so soft and easy. We do not have to talk talk about the things we have to do. The grass is growing outside without any help from us. Let the sugar sink down to the bottom of the cup. Everything exactly where it needs to be. Exactly where it needs to be. It is a steady kind of holding on, like the heat that stays inside the clay. I do not need much else besides this, just the way you look in the morning light, soft and easy. Keep the kettle low, keep the blankets on the floor. It is a steady kind of holding, steady holding. Stay right here, stay right here. Da 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 da, shoo-be-da-doo. Heels dig deep, the black dirt gives way. I lean back, watch the oak bark slide by, slide by. Chain links bite the air, a steady click and snap, clockwork in the garden. Sun hits the nape of a resting neck. Weightless for a beat, then the pull returns. The pull returns. Breath catches in the throat like a reed in the wind, keeping time with the dust. The sky opens its big blue mouth and laughs a soft gale. I am not going anywhere fast, just hanging on a hinge, balanced on a wooden board between the mud and the blue. Eyes shut tight, feeling the pendulum swing. Warmth in the palms, the world is a slow loop of, slow loop, slow loop. No rush to step down, the rhythm is the point, the rest is just talk. Back and forth, high and low, just a soft sway. Paper flat on old oak, pressing down the heavy metal nib. Black ink trails the wide expanse, tracing every jagged thought I keep for you. Sharp lines, bold strokes, catching the vibration of the hand, tapping out a rhythmic beat against the wood. Fold the corner sharp, creasing down the fiber of the page, making sure the mark is cut deep, deep enough to break the silence of the room. Words slide, ink burns, staining every fiber of the bone, driving like a walking bass across the line. No wire, no spark, just the tactile drag of laid upon the soul. But my pulse is quick, my blood is jumping, kicking up the dust of everything I meant to say. It pulses, it pushes, it swings across the margin like a brass horn. Stamp the paper shut, licking down the salt upon the seal, sending out the testament of heat, waiting for the metal click of the box. Click of the box. Stay hip, walk tall, knowing that the ink is finally dry, knowing that you hold the breath I gave away across the town, in your hand, signed and sent. Yeah, keep it cool, just keep it cool. Do-ba-da-ba. Paper snap, ink on the page, tap the wood, tap the wood, keep the pace. Sun hits the desk, dust dances slow, stay in the lines, easy now, so easy now. You watch me steam on the glass, turn the leaf, turn the leaf, let it pass, hardback bound, heavy and thick. Watch the clock, click, 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 click. The mind wants to drift right out to the street where the big boots hit the heartbeat, but I stay right here. Hit the heartbeat, but I stay right here, locked in the chair, vibing on the air, scent of the rain, scent of the rain, cooling the pain, back to the start, read it again. Hold the thought, hold the pen, swing the ink, black and white, just us two, doing it right.